Most people are only as needy as their unmet needs. This is taken from the book Attached, written by Amir Levine. It will be the basis of this video. This video being my attempt to prove to you that maybe it wasn't necessarily you, but it was them. Now, I don't want you to take what I just said hyper literally. Every story has three sides. There's your side, there's their side, and then there's the truth of what actually went wrong, not just in the relationship, but prior to the beginning. This third side can set you free from your attachment to this person if you learn of it. Our culture encourages you to believe that many of your needs are illegitimate, but whether they are legitimate or not for someone else is beside the point. They are essential for your happiness, and that is what's important. This is in reference to some of us who may have a more anxious attachment style. According to medical news today, an anxious attachment style is usually the result of feelings of insecurity and abandonment during childhood. It may manifest in interpersonal relationships, such as feeling unworthy of being loved or forgetting personal needs in favor of a partner's needs. And this is a trap that a healthy portion of us fall into. But in a true partnership, both partners view it as their responsibility to ensure the other's emotional well-being. Avoidants are not exactly open books and tend to repress rather than express their emotions. Now, this isn't a video where I'm going to piss all over both of our emotionally unavailable exes, because just as your past may have cultivated a more anxious attachment style, their past has fostered an avoidant attachment style. And it is not your responsibility to correct it, but it is in your own best interest to understand them so that you can paradoxically detach from them. Avoidant attachment style is an attachment style that develops during early childhood, particularly in those who do not experience sensitive responses to their needs or distress. Children with an avoidant attachment style may become very independent, both physically and emotionally. According to an article written by Joyce Catlett, M.A., dismissively attached adults will often seek out relationships and enjoy spending time with their partner, but they may become uncomfortable when relationships get too close. They may perceive their partners as wanting too much or being clinging when their partners express a desire to be more emotionally close. And this article is just so enlightening that I'm going to read a little bit more from it. Dismissive adults often have an overly positive view of themselves and a negative, cynical attitude toward other people. In many cases, this high self-esteem is defensive and protects a fragile self that is highly vulnerable to slights, rejections, and other narcissistic wounds. It exists usually as a compensation for low self-esteem and feelings of self-hatred. For a person with a dismissive, avoidant attachment style, the types of behaviors that they may exhibit are as follows, and I reckon you're familiar with a few of them. Avoiding emotional closeness in relationships, feeling as though their partners are being clingy when they simply want to get emotionally closer, withdrawing and coping with difficult situations alone, suppressing emotions, avoiding, complaining, preferring to sulk or hint at what is wrong, suppressing negative memories, withdrawing or tuning out from unpleasant conversations or sights, fearing rejection, having a strong sense of independence, having feelings of a high self-esteem while having a negative view of others, being overly focused on their own needs and comforts. And according to Joyce Catlett, these distrustful and hostile attitudes towards others is further cemented, in a sense, by what she calls critical inner voices, destructive thoughts that may sound something like this. You don't need anyone. Don't get too involved, you'll just be disappointed. Men won't commit to a relationship. Women will try to trap you. Why does he or she demand so much from you? You've got to put up with a lot to stay involved with a man or a woman. There are other more important things in life than romance. You've got to protect yourself. You're going to get hurt in this relationship. You're too good for him or her. This sort of avoidant and dismissive behavior may have begun in the childhood of your ex, but it permeated the rest of this individual's life, well into adulthood, well into their relationship with you. It was not healed. Your ex had issues long before you. And even if you do have an anxious attachment style, the demise of the relationship was not solely your doing. I want to add something here. You could be the most secure and confident version of yourself that you've ever been, but an emotionally unavailable person will never be able to satisfy your needs in a relationship, not until they're healed. It will feel one-sided. Things will be very unclear. Assuming you're an emotionally mature person, more exposure to somebody with an avoidant attachment style could have even you questioning whether you have an anxious attachment style. But I don't want you to judge yourself for wanting closeness either way. Feeling close and complete with someone else, it's the emotional equivalent of finding a home. And that is why it is so very important to create that within a relationship and to find a way to detach from anybody who cannot provide that for you at this time. Basically, secure people feel comfortable with intimacy and are usually warm and loving. Anxious people crave intimacy, are often preoccupied with their relationships, and tend to worry about their partner's ability to love them back. Avoidant people equate intimacy with a loss of independence and constantly trying to minimize closeness. So with all of this in mind, you're not needy. They're just unavailable. You had needs that were unmet, and that is why it didn't work out at that time. I don't want you to walk away from this video despising nor sympathizing with your ex, but rather just use these thoughts as a potential probability of what went wrong, why it wasn't solely your doing, and why you did the very best that you could with the information that you had at that time. In my own experience, understanding leads to forgiveness for yourself and then for them. Forgiveness leads to healing, and healing leads to detaching from them altogether, and then moving on and moving forward, first with yourself, and then eventually with someone better for you. And who knows, if they heal, it could be them. Now, before I end this video, I would just like to inform you that all of the articles used as sources here, along with the book Attached by Amir Levine, will be provided for you in the description box down below for your interest. And with that being said, thank you for watching this video. I truly do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I trust you'll give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more content just like this one. So, how did you like today's video? And what video would you like to see next? You let me know in the comment section down below. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Toodles.